don't know. We got some stuff that's coming through, but I don't know. It's 2 years in a row. I haven't had success really at this house yet. The other house I was at, man, we had enough veggies to pass out to the neighbors and stuff. But man, here at this house, we haven't quite dialed it in yet. So I don't know.
Well, I definitely had help. I have a friend who's like master's degree in crop science. Seriously. And we planted in the French planting method to maximize our space. Where like long growth is on the front lip of the box, and mid growth is like my lettuces, so they'll grow and can be taken back out. But you can stack your plants right on top of each other because one will finish growing while the other one's just developing.
Oh yeah.
And the root plants are behind, so the carrots and the onions and stuff like that. The only reason the peppers are back there is again to get that extra heat off of the wall, so they grow better.
Yeah. A lot of stuff to consider.
Yeah, more than I ever knew.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Pound and water them, and you shall get veggies. But no.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. You just throw the seeds down there, and throw a little water, and it should be good. But
earlier this week, and he's like taking all the new shoots off my tomatoes. He goes, "It may be sad, but you got to take these off, or they're not going to get enough nutrients to the rest of your tomatoes, and they'll be underdeveloped." And he's thinning out my carrots, like pulling these little tiny baby root carrots out so that I'm like, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. That's pretty slick. Oh. The details. It's all in the details. All right, guys. Have a good session.
Thanks. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Trilogy. How are you on this happy Sunday? It's beautiful out here. Back at home, I shot away from the baseball game. Just come and teach in class, and then we're out of here to get back to the baseball game. So that's why I'm decked out in my son's team gear. This is my football son. He's technically off camera right now. There he is. What do you think of that? I can't hide. So no game for him today. Good morning. Hi, Sue. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Billy. How's everybody? Let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling today with class. Let's pin those shoulders back and down. Ear to shoulder. Of course, you can do this standing. I'm just already sitting, so we'll start here. Hello, Sandy. Hello, Kim. Good to see everybody. Dr. Pham, good morning. Good. Let's take that neck and left to right. Hey, Bruce. How you doing? It's good to see you, Bruce. I missed the classroom days, Bruce. We'll get back to it. Excellent. All right, up and down. Hi, Jack. Good morning. Good morning, Jerry. Excellent. Hands out in front, bend those wrists back, bring those arms in, bend those wrists down, back and forth. I will say Caden is joining me today moderately against his will. I just said, come do it. So he did. Ashlyn is down south at a fast pitch tournament, her last of her club season. Just bring those hands in, make fists, circles with those wrists. Keegan is off playing baseball right now as well. Caden wishes he was playing football or at least working out with boys, but alas, not to be. So he's going to get that out by working out with you. Good switch directions. Well, hello, Sandra. Good. Palms up, in towards the face, scoop in, extend out. All right. Pinch those shoulder blades together, round them forward. Pinch and round. High. All right. I'm going to stand. Extend those arms out high, low. Bring those fingers towards each other. Switch sides. When I left the game to come back to teach, we were up 9-2. It's good morning. Good. One arm up. Roll that shoulder forward. Roll it back and down. Roll. And switch arms. You can keep walking. Excellent. Big circles. I see you there, David Fitzpatrick. I see you there, Justin Lancaster. And switch directions. Good morning, Carol. Oh, so many people working out on a beautiful day. I hope you're all on your back decks. Awesome. Let's extend those arms out. Point those thumbs down. Tiny circles. Switch directions. Good. Arms down. Rotate left to right. Twisting those shoulders over the hips. Keep those hips still. Just twist at that rib cage. Good. Hip circles. Good morning, Josh. Switch. Good. All right, guys, I'm just going to do this out of the way so you can see me. One foot out in front, toe up in the air. Good morning, Dr. Dan. Hips back. Stretch that leg out. I'm going to bring those hips back forward and switch to the other side. Then alternating back and forth in the stretch, out of the stretch. stuff. All right, guys. I'm going to clear myself a little bit of space. I'm going to get our heart rate going. So just go ahead and march in place. Remember, get that heart rate up, gets the blood pumping. We already warmed up the joints. We got fluid into our joints. Now let's get the blood flow going. Get our respiratory system activated. So we're better off with our workout. We get more out of it. So what I want you to do is, while you're doing this footwork, is we're going to turn and turn back, and then turn and turn back. So you're staying in your position, do a couple steps, snap yourself back, a couple steps, snap yourself back. Do it at your own pace. You can follow along, or do it at your own pace. Don't get yourself too busy. Don't spin in circles. Try to equally keep the arms moving just like your legs are moving. The more muscles we're activating, the more blood flow we start pumping, the faster our body warms up. Good, let's go back to center. And I want you to pick those knees up now. So you don't have to bounce. If you don't want to run, keep going faster. You can just lift like this, but we want those knees high. So whatever speed you're going at, get those knees up in the air all the way up to your belt line. So you can keep going quick, or if you need to slow down. But now I want you to pump opposite arm. So we're really, there you go. You can slow down. I just want you to see it fast. So lift and step, nice and high. And let's bring it down and speed that up again. Now with those arms pumping, let's extend them out almost like we're punching out and out, back and forth to match our feet. So have those arms punch as fast as your feet are going. So if you're going slower, you can punch slower. If you're going faster, punch faster. Get your limbs to work together, equal speed. Kate and I do this exercise a lot, but we face each other while we do it and just see who stops first. Just switch those arms going forward to up. So you can punch up, or you can do cheerleader arms like Hayden. There it is. Now he's punching. Bring him to the front again. Oh yeah, heart rate going up. Bring him to the top again. In the front. In the top. Front. Top. Front. Top. Almost there. Top. Front. Top. Front. And top. Let's slow it down. Good. We're going to now is we're going to step and reach down low. Like we're picking something up. Step and reach down low. Sitting back into the hips. Side to side. Sit in the hips and reach. Sit in the hips and reach. One super deep. Pushing those hips back behind you. Engaging those muscles of your glutes. Your hip stabilizers. Now we're going to take that low reach, we're going to turn it into a high reach. Over, over, over. Stretching up, over, elongating those ribs. Lateral movement. Keeping our ankles strong. Over. Move up the deck. Okay, bring that in. Let's move our feet one more time. To our last little warm-up part. We're going to fast feed it for a couple rounds. Really get that heart rate spiking right before we start our workout. So first time through, try to double the speed of your feet. And slow it down again. Your speed's your speed. You just go faster than you're going right now. And picking it up again for speed, go. And slow it down. A couple more of those, guys. A couple more. And go. And slow. One more. We're gonna do one more. Last one. Go. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow it back down. All right, guys. This is where I want you to get that chair. You're gonna put it in front of you. You need a quick drink of water. It's warm out here. I'm gonna take a sip. All right, let's line up behind our chair. We're gonna use the chair for our balance and our support. I'm gonna start with that sit back squat. So pushing those hips behind you and then dropping down over the heels. We're gonna come up and I want you to go tippy toes, one arm point at the ceiling of the sky. Bring that back down, sit, tippy toe, point the other arm up. A little bit of rotation, a lot of extension. Sit back in those big muscles, extend that body line out. Remember going up through that big toe. We're gonna do 2 more. Good. From here, make sure you have a good base. Don't let your chair slide. We're gonna step back. So in that plank position, our body line's nice and flat. Our body weight is over our hands. Let's drop down into that push up and push yourself away. Leading with the chest, pushing back. If the chair's too far down, use the wall. If the chair's too easy, do them on the floor. Good, last one. Awesome. I'm gonna move myself over to the right side of my chair. And I'm gonna pick my right leg up. I'm gonna push my hips back behind and extend my leg out. Using that chair to keep my balance. Lift the knee, push it back. Lift, hips go back. When you're thinking about this one, Concentrate on the planted leg. So my left leg is the hip. I really want to think about going back behind me. You should get tight muscles in your hip, in the back of your leg, your hamstring, if you're doing this right. What we don't want to do is just bend over at our low back. We want to extend and reach back with our hip. One more. Good. We're going to shift over to the other side. And repeat it. Leg up. This time my left leg's going back, my right leg's planted. Good morning, Linda. You don't need to go super far back. You can do these in little tiny hip pushes where you're sitting a little more upright. Sitting back just a little bit. It's all relative to your fitness level. One more. Nice, guys. Let's move right back to behind our chair again. Hands on, feet shoulder width. Hips come back. We sit down in that squat. We come up with those tippy toes and extend one side up. Back down. So don't just lift your arm. Really lift. Make your body super long. Really long. Make sure when you squat, you're not feeling that pressure in your kneecaps. That might mean that you're bending your knees and taking your weight as opposed to getting into your hips. Try to stay off the balls of your feet and more on your heel. Flat feet, don't rock back. But feel your weight being displaced through your heels as much as your whole foot and not on the ball of your foot. Let's do two more. Good. From that, we're going to walk those feet backwards, put our chest over the back of that chair, have the chest lead the way into your push-up. Excellent. Come out of your push-ups. Let's go to the right side of the chair. Right knee up. Push back into that hip. Push your hip forward. Don't think up and down. Think back and forward. Two more. Good stuff. Shift to the other side. And let's do it again. Hit back. Knee up. Three more. Stay straight. Awesome, guys. 2 sets down. 1 to go. Behind our chair. Feet shoulder width. Sit back and down. Tippy toe extension. Bless you. 2 more. Last one. Good. Feet go back. Chest over. Drop down. Squeeze that chest away. One more. Good. Bring that up. Right side of our chair. Right leg up. Push back. Feet forward. Last one. Good. Shift to the other side. Left leg up. Push it back. Two more. Nice job, everybody. We're going to take our chairs now. We're going to turn them around. From here, we're going to toe tap. So I want you to bring that toe up, tap the top of your chair, touch. If going is high creates a balance issue, try tapping the bottom of your chair and bring the top of your foot. So you're not going quite as high. Don't be challenging yourself to step and lose your balance backwards. Keep your core in. Try to bring that leg straight up. Don't lean back and step up. Excellent. We're going to go back to our right side of our chair, using the back to be your guide. Instead of doing the straight legs, we're going to step back into our lunge. Again, practicing that knee drive up. So step back, drop down into that front hip, and back up. Step back, drop down, keeping the weight in this front leg and not shifting your weight to the back leg. One more. Good. Let's move over to the other side of our chair. Again, opposite leg goes back. And 10. Back to behind our chair. Let's toe tap it. Coordinate those limbs. Try to use those arms too. Think about your core tightening up every time you lift that knee. Last one. And bring yourself around. Step back lunge. Good. Move to the other side. We're almost to our sit down phase, guys. We're going to finish up with this side. We have one more time through. There's 10. Last toe touch, last toe touch. 2 our right side. Stepping back with the right, holding that body weight with the left. And shift. Last one, guys. Last one. Good stuff. Grab yourself a sip of water if you need it. We're going to turn that chair around and we're going to have a seat. All right. This is where if you have any small weights, we're going to use them. Water bottles, books, canned food, small dumbbells if you have them. We're going to sit a little bit forward on our chair so our arms can hang free at our sides. And we're going to start right off with curls. Sun's out, guns out, right? Boom, boom. Make sure you keep that good posture. Keep your core tight. Sit up nice and tall. Don't ooze back on these. Make that core work all the time. Stop right up here at the top of the shoulders. We're going to punch straight up. Stop up at the top. Turn it so those thumbs are backwards, pinkies forward, and drop them back behind the head. And stand straight up through those triceps. All the way up. And let's bring those all the way down. Good. And we're right back at the top again, into the biceps. Pew, pew. 15, stop there, punch straight up. We're going a little higher rep range since we're holding lighter weights. Last one up. Turn those slightly so you can drop the thumb side down and right back up again. Good. Bring them all the way down. That's 2. We're going for 3. Back to our curls. Thinking about those biceps. You obviously, if you feel like 15 reps is still light compared to the weight you're holding, do more. Go faster. Or concentrate on squeezing that muscle, really thinking about it. That'll also wear it out. I'm just thinking about sitting in direct sunlight. It's toasty. Caden's got to be easy. Caden's got it made in the shade. Stop at the chest, punch straight up. Up, rotate, and go back. Good. Bring those all the way down. So Kane and I are going to coordinate this one so we don't bump into each other. We're going to take our left hand. It's going to go straight up in front, and our right hand is going to go straight out to the side. So we have one in front and one outside. We're going to bring those down and switch them, and then we're going to go the other way. If we stay coordinated, we won't run into each other. So anterior raise and a lateral raise, anterior raise and a lateral raise, alternating between those two arms, back and forth. Again, keep that core tight. Good. From here, bring those feet just a little bit out in front of you so you can bring your chest down over your legs. We're going to pinch and roll those dumbbells up tight to our rib cage, and then we're going to kick them straight back behind us. Then we're going to bend at the elbow and drop them back down. Row, kick back, in and back down. Row, kick back, in and down. Good. Bring that all the way up. So we're going to do a little dynamic move now. We're going to go down, and then as we sit up, we're going to throw our dumbbells up over our head. Drop them down as we sit down, and lift back up over. So let them swing a little bit wide. Don't clunk your chair or anything around you. When you get to the top, squeeze those tummy muscles. Two more. Good. And sit it back upright. All right, guys, set number 2. Alternating. We're going to go right arm forward, left arm straight out. Ready? Coordinated. We're only coordinating so we don't crack each other's fingertips on the outward one. Halfway. Last one. Good. Bring it down. Row into the body. Keep those straight back. In and down. Up, back, in and down. Three more. Good. From here, guys, we can actually start right into that next exercise. We'll swing those dumbbells back and rock ourselves up, down and up. If it bothers you to go up and down, either makes you dizzy or you feel like it's too hard on your low back, practice just swinging your arms and sitting up straight. Swing them back and swing them up instead of bending all the way down. Always modify to keep yourself safe if you need to. That's 15. We're going to bring them all the way down and sit back up. We're on to our third set. Right arm forward, left arm out. Alternating. Two more of each side. Last ones. Awesome job. Todd's catching up to the shoulders. Bring it down. Pinch row. Kick back in those triceps. Bending down. Good. From here, rock those back. Sit up tall. Excellent. That should be 15. We're going to bring those down. We're making good time, guys. Let's move into our core phase, our final phase of our workout today. Let's take those dumbbells up, that weight, and just put them right on those shoulders right there. Lean back into that chair until your back is touching. And we're going to go opposite. So I'm going to take my left leg and my right shoulder, and I'm going to crunch and bring them towards each other and go all the way back. And then my left shoulder, my right knee. Up and twist. Five more. Good. Bring those all the way up. Arms down at your side. And let's bend side to side. Lean and lean. Crunching into those obliques, the sides of the body. go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to sit back now, and let's do our knee tucks. So leaning back, you can put your dumbbells on your lap or hold them in your hands, but with a knee tuck, remember, if you need to do singles, but we'll try those doubles. We lift and crunch into our tummy. And 15. Stay leaning back, slide forward in the chair a little bit. Dumbbells up to the shoulders, opposite shoulder to knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit all the way up, dumbbells at the side, and side to side. Stay a little bit forward so you're crunching into that tummy up front, not leaning into your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells wherever you like to set them. Leaning back, hip slid forward, knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells back in the hands. It's our third and final set of these. Up to those shoulders, knee to shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up and dumbbells to your side, side to side. Actively concentrate on squeezing these muscles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Sitting back. Last set of knee tucks, guys. We're almost to the finish line. Up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Real quick, guys. Slide back in that chair. Let's just loosen that all back up from the upper body. Let's go up and over. I want you to circle those arms down, around, and sit up. Lie back, back, and around. Up. 3 more. Back and around. Really, as you reach those arms back, let them stretch through your chest. Last one. Lean and around. Well, thanks for joining the Dale Boys on your Saturday gentle workout. I hope you feel good. I hope you have sunshine, and this lets you enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate your time. Thank you, Trilogy. Thank you, everybody watching. Until next class. Appreciate you. Bye now.